What's up, fellas? JPS delivers here. It's the away game against the Jazz. Should be Kemba and Eric Bledsoe. This is the first time I'm trying out uh, the automatic substitutions with the rotation. Should see actually more minutes by our stars, but hopefully they're divvied out to where, I think Kuzma's actually playing the entire second half. So that should be interesting. I expect maybe using him a little bit less in the first half and mixing it up quite a bit with him and Bradley Beal in the second half for sure. As I mean, they're both Tyler scores. Um, so yeah, but like I said in the previous video, this will be just strictly game audio and stuff. But as I gotta listen to some stuff in the background for work, cause don't get paid doing this. It's nice, just a little hobby doing this. But yeah, just have to work on some stuff in the background. But as always, y'all, take care. See you at the end of the video, and have a good one, y'all.
2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Utah, downtown Salt Lake City, Utah, the home of the Jazz. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA and all its great action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. You take a look at the Spurs, still trying to find that groove they had last year. They'd like to grab hold of some new momentum and get closer, Steve, to where they were a season ago.
And you know, for the Spurs, what a lackluster start to the season it's been for them. Where are the championship contenders that we've grown accustomed to seeing?
I don't know, but they haven't shown up yet. They haven't played with anywhere near the kind of fire they showed last season.
And the starting group for the Spurs. The Cobra out there with Zach Randolph. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then there's Boss. And it's Murray in at the 1. Here's Beal. And finished off by Beal.
And it doesn't really matter who starts a break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
He thrives in the open court. Such an aggressive finisher.
Now here's Walker. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Hernan Gomez, no good. Beal against Brown. Boss passes to the Cobra. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. And so he hits both.
He is usually very consistent at the line. You expect him to make everything from there now.
And the dunk by Winslow.
He's always one step ahead of the game. Passes like that show off his court vision.
Murray with it. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Portland.
One thing he also did extremely well was rebounding. He really attacked the glass out there.
Now here's Beal. Shot clock at 5. The jump hook. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Close to the hoop, Zach Randolph wreaks havoc. The defense has to do a better job to prevent him from getting that close.
4 on 3 as they bring it up. It's tipped. Beal dishes to Murray. That shot no good. Now the Jazz take it the other way. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't seem prepared at all for that offensive explosion and didn't really make any adjustments to counter that.
So it's San Antonio now, following the miss by Kemba Walker. Here's the Cobra. He had 25 points last game. That one wide left.
How anyone could give him that much room from his spot is crazy, but the defender got away with it.
Brown, good.
Great to see Brown drop that perimeter jumper, showing off his terrific stroke from beyond the arc.
Randolph kicks to Beal. Expanding his range. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Hernan Gomez passes to Brown. Walker with a clean look. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Outside, Beal shoots the three. Rebound, Utah. Hickson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Hernangomez passes to Hickson. Here's Brown. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And Brown is just a physical beast, especially inside where he gets whatever he wants.
Now here's Murray. T right on him. Passes to the Cobra. To the inside. Boss. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for J.J. Hickson. Jazz have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. There's the pick. Walker with it, outguarded by Murray. Shot's good by Hernangomez.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Murray kicks to Randolph. To the middle, stolen by Grant. Spurs passing it around. Here's Boss. From outside, off the mark. Utah's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's Grant. And no good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, but what a tremendous effort, Kevin. I thought they were coming all the way back. Such a terrific 4th quarter of basketball, but they just could not get over the hump.
Here's Walker. Following the 3-pointer by San Antonio. Grant, that's good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Rick Carlisle.
Well, Kevin, the crucial aspect in his mind is making things tough for them inside. He said they're a physical team, and they bring a lot of intensity. If we don't respond when they push us, we'll just get bullied all game. We're going to get down in the paint tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Smooth checked in for Zach Randolph.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these 2 teams have competed.
They are showing a lot of grit and grind, doing a nice job, both teams going back and forth at each other.
No good from Hernangomez. For San Antonio, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far, right at the 50% mark. Brown outside. Right wing, Walker with it, now guarded by Murray. Winslow wide open, he fires. A 3-pointer off the mark. San Antonio leading. Beal, that's for 2. They grab their own miss. Here's Boss. Here's Murray. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Outside, Walker. Grant at the elbow. There's Winslow. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Winslow's got 5 now. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Outside, Beal. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Hey, let's see if this turns into a long-range shootout.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
At the line for 2. Second free throw, no good. For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Beal can't get it to go. Utah trailing here. Hernangomez passes to Bledsoe. Puts up a 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
There's the pass to the Cobra. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And the 3 ball is good. 10 points for him.
The way he's been shooting the ball this quarter, he has his teammates fired up. That's why they have this lead.
Floats one, and there's the nice layup by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got the game tied up here for Utah.
Beautiful looking teardrop. That's a shot that almost impossible to block.
Back to Beal. Knocked loose. Now here's Murray. Guarded by Bledsoe. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. The Spurs have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Utah. The Spurs also changing it up. Robinson's checked in for Boss. Ilyasova comes in for the Cobra. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Beal. Now, here's Grant. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Bradley, no one around him. No good on the 3. And San Antonio shooting the ball to the tune of 41% from the field so far. Murray kicks to Ilyasova. 1:37 left to play in the first. 5 on the clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Robinson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times. Because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
And that one falls for Robinson. Burke, he's checked in for Murray. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Jazz trail by 3. Bledsoe outside. Here's Grant. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Grant's got his second bucket.
He really fought on the glass there and did a tremendous job coming up with that rebound.
Outside for Robinson. Stolen by Grant. Outside Bradley. That's tipped. Knocks it loose. And they'll keep possession. Good on the bucket. 56 seconds left to play here in the first. There's a screen. In the corner, it's Robinson. Inside. Here's Panescu. Hernan Gomez passes to Bledsoe. Grant against Ilyasova. The Jazz working the ball around now. Screen by Grant. To the inside. The second chance effort. That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made 1 of them. Out to the right wing. Robinson sets a screen for Ilyasova. To the inside. He gets it up. Got it off in time, but it's no good. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Jazz lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from... And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker. He talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the floor.
Play free. Just play like...
Infectious enthusiasm. You see it every time he steps on the floor. Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
It's just been a long-range battle for them and one that they're winning right now.
Because this is a team full of sharp shooters whose eyes light up when given the opportunity to shine, and they are really knocking them down right now.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the Jazz, Grant is out there with Hickson. Then there's Bledsoe. Then there's Avery Bradley.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
And that kind of terror defense is crucial to any team's success. Gotta defend the paint.
Utah shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
And it's in there. And the Spurs lead by 2.
Not the best possession, but somehow they got the shot to fall.
Grant outside. There's a good screen. Kicks it to Hickson. Bledsoe outside. It's Bradley on the wing. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Hickson's got it all tied up now for Utah.
You have to box him out or he's going to beat you to the glass on both sides of the floor.
Let's take a look now at some numbers for Beal. He's been dominant over the last month. He's putting up about 21 points per, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And with his ability to put the ball in the bucket, he has to be your primary focus defensively.
Winslow's checked in for the Jazz. The Spurs also with the sub. Murray's checked in for Trey Burke. There's Winslow. A rebound by the Spurs. Laws has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Got that one up quick. Murray's got the lead up to 4 now for the Spurs. For Utah, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Grant outside. Pass to Hickson. Outside Bradley. Hickson kicks to Bradley. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from 14. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Spurs leading by 4. And Winslow pulls it down. Bledsoe outside. Rebounded by the Spurs. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
And that was one of the few times that you'll see a team just lack fight defensively in losing that game.
The D was absolutely awful, and the fans let them know about it at the end.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Baseline J on the way. Another miss by Utah.
He's been scoreless for a while now. They're still trailing here. They might want to move to some other options offensively.
This is it to the Cobra. To the right side. Murray with it. Now guarded by Bledsoe. And it's Beal in the corner. Lets it go from the wing. That shot no good. And it's Utah the other way.
His shot's been inconsistent tonight, but teammates are picking up the slack, keeping them ahead in the score.
Bledsoe gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Bledsoe's got 5 now.
Oh, nice, strong drive there. If that's who's going to be guarding him, then he's got some weight to throw around.
Here's Murray. And Winslow pulls it down.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
On that play, you got to trust your teammates. Instead of forcing that one, just pass it.
To the left wing. Here's Knox. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Smooth's got 4 this quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And here's Bradley from 3. He hits that shot, his first of the night, now 1 for 6. Spurs leading by 3. Right side, Beal. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And there before you are the teams that have been absolutely red hot for the last 10 games. Number 1, the Spurs.
They've just been taking smarter, higher percentage shots, and they are hitting them with regularity right now.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Brown comes in for Jeremy Grant, and it's Kemba Walker in for Bradley. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Randolph is checked in. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Spurs, down at 10th in the early going, looking to make a move up in the standings. And, of course, Utah, just a few spots below there.
And seeing where Utah is, this season has to really become a wake-up call for them moving forward. If they didn't recognize before this year that they didn't have the talent to compete in this league, they sure as heck better recognize it now.
I'm sure they do, because it's obvious that the way this team is currently constructed just isn't working. Changes have to be made, and they can't wait too long to make them.
The Cobra is checked in for San Antonio. For San Antonio, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. Jazz trail by 5. Outside, Walker. On the wing, Brown. He's got 7, and out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Taking a look at some stats for the Cobra. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. 10th in field goal percentage, 11th in scoring. And his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
San Antonio leading by 5. In the corner, Murray with it. From deep. Kemba Walker with the rebound.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Down low, Hickson, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Bledsoe dishes to Walker. The Jazz with another miss. Spurs have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. The jump hook, that one falls.
And the defense has no answer for Zach Randolph when he gets that deep inside. He just excels at scoring over them.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
You know what? You constantly have to be making adjustments in this league if you want to stay on your game.
Jazz trail by 7. Outside, Walker. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Bledsoe's got 8.
Offense comes so easy for him. I love watching him dominate at that end.
Beal against Bledsoe. And Beal kicks to Murray. Pass to Randolph. Outside for Beal. Just 4 to shoot. It's stolen by Hickson. Outside, Walker. Hickson sets the screen for Walker. Goes back up. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Robinson's checked in for Boss. Ilyasova comes in for Zach Randolph. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Beal. Hickson a screen from deep. Walker. Rebound San Antonio.
No defensive pressure. That's a three-point attempt. He loved to have that.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Spurs have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. The Jazz working the ball around now. And the shot falls short this time.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
The Cobra passes to Murray. There's a screen by Robinson. Murray kicks to Robinson. Jacks up a 3. It fails to fall. Now shooting just a little better than 50%. 5 for 9.
Well, he was in rhythm, hitting 2 threes in the opening quarter, but hasn't made one since.
Now here's Walker. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now Murray. Robinson a screen on Walker. The feed to Bullock. San Antonio again missing. Here's Panescu. Buries it from three-point range. 6 points for him.
Well, they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
The dish to Bullock. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Hernan Gomez. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
6 to shoot. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Takes the 13-footer. Got a piece of it. Here's the Cobra. 14 points for him. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. This is his third trip to the free throw line.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
Trey Burks checked in for San Antonio. Utah has gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Walker dishes to Hickson. Hernan Gomez passes to Walker. Takes the three. And the Jazz, another three.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And here is Burke. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland to the left side wing. Second shot opportunity. A.J. Hickson pulls it in. Hickson's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Walker with it. He's had his share of big nights at the offensive end, that's for sure. His scoring average is at 18 points a game. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two. That free throw, no good.
And when you're trailing, free throws become that much more important. It's much tougher to stay in a game when you're not converting.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for the Jazz. Bradley comes in for Brown. Smooth checked in for the Spurs. Now here's Walker. From past the arc. And so it's a close game.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith. And Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. And Kenny, and time now to send you back down to...
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. We're seeing a tremendous game here from the Cobra.
Yeah, he was in attack mode from the word go. Came out very aggressively in that first half.
He knew he could have his way with this team, and so far, he's dominated them.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting the second half. They've got Boss. Bradley Beal is out there with Murray. Then it's Zach Randolph, and it's the Cobra in at the small 4.
In terms of big man, he is certainly one of the better free throw shooters in this league.
Outside, Walker. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Boss. Boss has got 9 rebounds now tonight. The Cobra passes to Beal. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his first foul.
Man, at an important point in this game, that kind of turnover can really shift momentum.
Utah is shooting 41% for the game. Now Walker. Hickson sets the screen for Walker. Again, the miss by Walker.
Right now, he's trying to find the mark. Unfortunately, he's starting to feel a little bit desperate.
To the paint, here's Boss. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but to be just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Here's the Cobra, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. The Cobra's got the game tied up here for the Spurs. Right side to Walker, and he overshot that one, missing.
And this is not how they wanted to start out the second half. Just 1 for 4 so far.
They now take the lead, and that's 11 points for Bradley Beal.
The defense totally blew it. They left him way too wide open, and he dropped that one with ease.
Here's Brown. He's got 7. He tries for 3, and the Jazz another 3.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Gave up a little momentum and then grabbed it right back.
And here's Walker. He has 6. Here's Walker. Deflected by Randolph.
And really, after that strong first half, he has been in quite the tailspin.
The Cobra passes to Boss. And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And he's still down there below the 70% mark and is probably going to try to raise that.
And the Jazz making a change here. Bledsoe's checked in.
Unfortunate that he missed one, but he still hit a crucial point there to help get his team the lead.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Inside. Here's Hickson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Hickson's got 8.
Really good shooting night for him, doing everything he can to help his team stretch this lead.
Over to the wing. Pulls up. Gets a very good look and converts. And the Spurs lead by 1. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
They set the screen. Winslow with it. He's got 5. That one rolling around and rims out.
I know he's talented, but when you're completely surrounded inside, you have to try and kick it out to someone who's open. Okay, that lay-in. He's tricky, but the defense was just too tight on him.
Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
I admire the energy that Brown plays with, so great at getting to the line.
First one falls for him. And Brown drops them both. San Antonio's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And slam dunk by Randolph.
That's a great example of the importance of chemistry. He knew where his teammate wanted the ball, and he put it right there.
Here's Hernan Gomez. He's covered by Randolph, and it goes down 2 points. That's 10 points for Eric Bledsoe.
This has just been back and forth all game.
The Cobra passes to Randolph. The jump hook, it's good. Randolph's got 10. Jazz have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. There's the screen. Bledsoe kicks to Winslow. Lets it go from deep. And the Jazz, another 3. The Spurs have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Beal against Brown. To the paint. Here's Boss. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Boss has got it all tied up now for the Spurs.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies. They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
It looked like a total breakdown to me there. He exploited that hole perfectly and made them pay.
Utah's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Bledsoe sets the screen for Bradley. Now here's Bledsoe. D right on him. Grant dishes to Bledsoe. Goes up again. It's deflected. It's stolen by Bradley. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. And it's Bledsoe. That time on the assist by Bradley. 12 points for him.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
I love to see them push it like that because the reason why, he's a deadly finisher in the transition game.
Yeah, the defender all over.
First free throw is good. Smooth checked in for Zach Randolph. And so Murray nails both of them. The Jazz have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Winslow, the pass to Grant. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Grant's got 8, and not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's going to nail it.
The first one falls. A different look now for San Antonio. Robinson's checked in for Boss. Reggie Bullock comes in for Bradley Beal. And it's Burke in for Murray. Jazz have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Count it. And the Jazz lead by 1.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
He is still on fire. You had to figure he'd come back to earth a little bit tonight, but nope.
He dishes it to Winslow. Unloads from 13. Rebound San Antonio. The Cobras got 6 rebounds now in the game. Burke. They get it back. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Grant up top. He's got 8. Bledsoe outside. From 12 feet out. Winslow can't get the putback.
If you're trying to figure out why these guys can't catch up, this inconsistent shooting is a good place to start.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Steps back and shoots. Bledsoe can't get that one to drop. Spurs leading by 4. Burke kicks to Bullock. Back to Burke. There's a screen by Robinson. Bullock. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Bullock's got 5 points now this quarter.
The defender was pretty much helpless right there. His man had a clear height advantage, and he got the exact kind of shot he wanted.
Missed inside.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
And that kind of tier defense is crucial to any team's success. Gotta defend the paint. Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
Burke dishes to Bullock. From outside the arc. And Winslow pulls it down. Winslow's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Robinson with the block. And they're able to recover. But they'll get another chance. Here's Bledsoe. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. Walker's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. Kemba Walker. Shot clock at 5. And here's Walker outside. The rebound by the Spurs. Robinson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now here's Burke. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Inside, stolen by Grant. And so the ball's out of bounds. Winslow touched it last. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Jazz.
And the 3 ball has been in the game plan, and it's been working for him. Having that distance shot in the arsenal, very effective way to spread out the defense.
Off the inbound. Burke can't get it to go.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Spurs leading by 7. Takes a 3. Here's Knox. Got a piece of it. But they'll get another chance. Bullock kicks to Burke. To the inside. The pass to the Cobra. Spurs passing it around. That one goes. Count it. 6 points for Trey Burke. 35 seconds left to play in the third.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
But you can't waste time. You have to go quickly.
Dishes it to Winslow. Tries to snap the cold streak. Robinson pulls it in.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Nothing is falling for them right now. That could have been a huge bucket.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Now Walker launches a 3. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
A big-time 3 to cut it to single digits. They've kept it within reach, but they've got to pick up the intensity in this final quarter.
Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Keep playing. Keep playing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. A lot of game left.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Jazz trail by 8. We've got Kemba Walker. Also Bradley out there. Hickson is out there with Grant. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4 spot. That's the group right now for Utah.
Shoot it, shoot it.
Outside Bradley. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Here's Beal. Pass to the Cobra. Puts up a 3. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket. Shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
Hey, continue to stack it up from 3. He's got 2 in each half so far.
There's Walker with the 3. That shot off. And San Antonio will go the other way with it.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And yes, it's good.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
That explains the gap on the scoreboard. Attacking offense against a defense that's far too relaxed.
Bradley passes to Hickson. Right side Bradley. Beal with the steal. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Here's Murray. And it's San Antonio with another.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Passes it to Hernan Gomez. Feeds to Hickson. Beal against Bradley. Clock at 4. Here's Hernan Gomez. Oh, that's blocked. Beal gets a wide open look. That 3 off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Brown is checked in for the Jazz. And San Antonio with the change here too. Randolph is checked in. And the Jazz call time here.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks. They continue to give up there in the paint.
Opposition is just having their way with them down low, and he wants to put a stop to that.
The Jazz making a switch here. Bledsoe's checked in, and we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He is not pleased, and he told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move, or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. He kicks to Grant. Brown outside. Got a hand on it.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
It wouldn't be the first time. He's a closer, a player who loves to slam the door shut.
No good from Bledsoe.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
The pass to the Cobra, and it's Beal in the corner. to the inside. Just 5 on the clock. Grant kicks to Brown. And finished off by Brown.
And you got to love how seriously Brown takes his ability to score. He has the green light to fire from just about anywhere on the court. Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
They shot the lights out in the second half, knocking down open shots and contested shots.
Bledsoe kicks to Brown. Offensive rebound, Hernangomez. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. First one falls for him. 2 shots. He doesn't get the second one. Here's San Antonio now. They're on a 14-3 run. They get the rebound. Boss gets the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And here's Bledsoe. Hicks in a screen. Pass to Hernangomez. Here's Bledsoe. The teardrop falls in.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the float.
Got a hand on it. Grant outside. Off target with his 3. Spurs leading by 19. Here's Murray. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Hickson. Here's Hernangomez. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And the skills of Brown. Not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Murray dishes to Beal. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Beal's got 10 points here in the second half.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Hickson kicks to Grant. Hicks in a screen. Pass to Hernangomez. And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. Good on the 3-point shot. Bledsoe's got 5 points now this quarter.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Murray kicks to Randolph. Brown inside. He's covered by Beal. And that one drops for him.
Well, they're still behind in this game, but not because of his shooting. He's been lights out.
There's the pick. Passes to Boss. Here's Hernangomez. Grant outside. Hickson with the ball. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Boss. Boss has got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it. Spurs passing it around. And they pick up 2. That's 29 points for the Cobra.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
And you know what? Don't go away from this formula. He is the go-to guy to put this game away.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Murray. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Foul. Elbow. 2.
He's off on the first. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Grant. No good at the stripe this time. His second misses also.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Now here's Bledsoe. Clock at 6. Down low. It's deflected. Here's Hernangomez. Another miss by Utah.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
No, not at all. When you see him guarding you, just try to move the basketball on.
And Zach Randolph gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Jazz trail by 16. Utah calls timeout.
Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
Nice game. Great performance by the Cobra.
It's not a surprise that they called timeout. It was the only way to stop him from killing them from the three-point land. They have to find a way to deny him the ball or at the very least disrupt his rhythm.
To the paint, here's Brown. And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Credit the D for being right on Brown. Ultimately, though, he's just too crafty and too confident down near the hoop.
Randolph, no one around him. Off target with the open look. From beyond the arc. A rebound by the Spurs. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Here's the Cobra. Yep, it counts. The Cobra's got 16 here in the second half.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
Well, that's how you bury an opponent when they're struggling. Don't ease up. Just keep going hard.
That free throw good from Bledsoe. And so he makes both from the line. Spurs leading by 14. Here's the Cobra. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. There's Brown with the three. The rebound by the Spurs. Beal's got 3 rebounds now in this one. The 3 ball. Good on the triple. Beal's got 21.
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
I can't see this one slipping away from them at this stage. They've just been too good today.
Walker's checked in for Utah. Kemba Walker. Over in the corner, Brown. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. San Antonio's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway.
You have got to be kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
He is not scared of anybody. He knows he can play amongst the big boys, and he showed it.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
Well, he has to be able to use angles. He has to be a great finisher in tight spaces and to be able to throw his little body into the big guys.
Wide open look here for Murray, and again it's San Antonio with a 3.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for San Antonio.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And after dropping game 1 in this matchup, they managed to take the 2nd of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster. And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for the Cobra.
You have to say wow at his offensive output in this game. He was using all sorts of methods to score the basketball. The different ways he attacked based on the defensive look they showed him was a thing of beauty.
Walker's shot is off. The clock now can just run out for the Spurs. Outside, Beal. Randolph sets a screen for Beal. The 3. Rebound, Utah. Up top, Walker. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance.
Well. It appears that was a nice little ass whooping at the end. Let's listen in on Zebo and what he has to say.
We just talking. That's what we hang our hat on, is the defensive end. We're a defensive team. And when everybody clicking and working together, talking on defensive end, and making us a much better team.
Really looked like you were connected at that end, Zach. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you.
There were quite a bit of blocks. I mean, it's nice to have someone like Bamba, because my God, to just set that up for a nice little chase down block right there. I remember seeing Bledsoe get to the basket right there. And that's the beauty of it, is that it's kind of like you get someone like Deion Sanders that can be so athletic that he can get beat off a route, but he can just run and chase down to get back to it. I mean, you got the size of Bamba. And a great game by Kuzma. I liked having all those guys at the end right there. I like the rotation, so I'm just going to keep it like that. It was interesting, you know. A little surprise, you know, coming out of nowhere or whatnot. So that was cool, for sure. I know with this team, they're good enough to have the stamina to keep up, but you saw right here, just not that good of a game by Kemba. Did have 8 assists. I mean, did well with no turnovers, but it just seemed more so that they were just getting better shots in the first half. And in the second half, you saw a lot less scoring, besides if it was the likes of Bledsoe and Jaylen Brown, which, I mean, I would have traded Jaylen Brown. They need a post guy because they were just getting destroyed down low. I know Hickson was hustling quite well, but look at that right there. 13 rebounds. Means he had 10 in the first half, but in the second half, we pretty much controlled the paint. And you can't shoot very well with Justice Winslow, so honestly, they were getting a lot of threes, but they were taking a lot of shots. So with Jaylen Brown, I mean, he had 6 shots, did well behind the arc, 2 for 2 by Bledsoe. He picks and chooses wisely to when to shoot his threes, and Kemba going 3 for 9. But huge game by Kuzma. I mean, I'm glad we're keeping this guy because he's just performing like an all-star, and damn, is he scoring so damn well. And I mean, he was doing so well in look at that right there. That's a pretty good stat line just for a game, and that's what he did in the second half. I mean, he played pretty much the entirety of the. I'm pretty sure he played the entirety of the second half right there. Had 16 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists in just the second half alone. Ended up with 31, 16, 7. Just like that's an all-star game right there. Bomba as well. I mean, look at that. No turnovers by the man. 17, 18, 3 assists, 3 steals, and 5 blocks. I mean, 4 of those in the second half. The dude was chasing dudes down. I mean, just to have that guy like that, it just destroyed them down low. That was the chase down block that I just was like, yep, that's going to be a block, and just in the middle of chasing him down. Murray played really well in the fourth quarter like that. Second half, just alone, had 13 and 7. Kind of slow start, had some turnovers. Randolph played pretty well. Burke played pretty well in the 9 minutes he had. Same thing with Mitchell Robinson. I mean, he had 3 blocks, and I think 2 or 3 of them came on the same play. So they did really well defensively. Beal shot better in the second half. Yeah, 13 points, shot 3 for 8 behind the 3-point line, which is still pretty good. I'm pretty sure that's like 38 and a half, 37 and a half. I think it's 37 and a half because it's like 1/8 is 12.5% times 3. Pretty sure, yeah, it's 37.5% behind the 3-point line. Then 4 for 7 from Kuzma, 20 shots. I mean, it was more balanced this time around, but damn, did this team perform well in the second half. Just really liked it a ton. So let's go ahead and set it up for next game. This Spurs team looking good. Also, too, I mean, shot 51%. They just weren't playing good down low defense. They had a lot more second chance opportunities, but as you can just tell, we out rebounded them by 17. One more offensive rebound and 16 more defensive rebounds. I mean, we had almost 50 rebounds just on the defensive end. We had the same amount of turnovers. We had 10 more blocks than they did. They have 3 more steals. They were getting quite a bit of steals. 10 more points in the paint. They had more bench points, but our starters were playing a heavy amount of the minutes. We had 20 assists in the second half, so we were passing the ball way better in that half, but a lot of lead changes, but it ended up just staying on our side, so that was nice. Now let's go ahead and get it going with the next 8 games, 7 to be simulated, obviously, in the next one after that, but a nice little win. Let's see how the points were, devied right here. Look at that. That's a 50-point quarter. My God. 37 by Beal, which is going to happen because they just don't have that good of defense around the perimeter. I know Giannis is there, but he's got to guard pretty much 3 through 5. And as you can tell, most of the points came between, Kuzma and Beal. And chances are, you didn't get much going from Bamba. It's a lot to handle down low, but Murray played pretty well right there. 2 blocks. Had 5 turnovers, though. Randolph played well, 11, 8, and 5. Kevin Knox, 18 and 3. That's nice. Kuzma, pretty much almost a triple-double right there. Only 12 shots. And then the man of the hour, 37 points. I mean, 5 for 7 from 3. It's just killer. So, especially when you're shooting 52 for 85 in a game. You're going to score 50 points at a damn quarter, let alone to have 50 and a half is nice when you're having a down half. And you get 68 points and a half. I mean, and then you also had 58 in the previous half. That's just downright nasty. So it's nice for that team. Let's see. So 2, 4, 6. Next game's actually against the Clippers, and it's going to be at home. So let's go ahead. Getting some losses right here. They're not playing all too well right now. Maybe the injury to Isaac. I know we're going to be talked about Karl Anthony Towns. So I'm not going to change. So sorry, Pop. They're not that good. And if you had to pick one area of your team that you would like to improve, what would it be? Fuck it, we'll just say coaching staff. I don't give a shit. Ime Udoka, don't worry about it, dog. Seriously. And of course, the press just did that to be like, I'm fucking insecure, so it's going to be a win-win for me because I'm stirring up controversy. Fucking turds. But a nice little win. So we're on a 2-game win streak. We won, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the last 8. Maybe we can set it up against this Clippers team to make it 6 out of the last 9. Because, why wouldn't we, right? But Bomba's playing well on defense. I mean, these guys are vastly improving. Isaac's now done with injury, it appears like. Let's go ahead and look at some league news. Transaction report. Getting a lot of signings. MKG got signed. Mba Mute. You got Amir Johnson, Wayne Ellington. I mean, Festus right there. But haven't had really any trades or anything like that. As you see, the last trade was for trading Kyle Korver to the Pistons, but we eventually waived Festus Ezeli, which actually doesn't hurt as much as waiving Kyle Korver, because that's going to hurt your cap space a lot more because he was worth more. But yes, the team's panning out pretty well. Let's go ahead and look at. Jersey sales haven't changed much, but conference made our way into it. I mean, this Houston Rockets team still the number 1 team. Denver Nuggets team looks better. I mean, they got who? They got Clint Capella, and honestly, too, with Nikola Vucevic getting hurt, it helps having Clint Capella. And I think actually having Clint Capella on your team is going to help you more, especially with the Mo Morrison as well, Maurice Morrison, because it seems like he's more there for. Look at that, 9-1 in their last 10 games. Clint Capella is just a way better defensive player, and Zach Collins might help a little bit offensively, and Mason Plumlee's going to help, but that's a lot of big dudes down low, especially Ivan Rab, or even Rab, whatever. Markieff Morris won't be playing too much time. I think they need to have like a shooting guard that's going to play well, but it seems like right now Vucevic is the one injury to this team. D'Angelo's probably playing 40 minutes a game. Gordon Hayward should help offensively, but it's nice to have D'Angelo and Gordon Hayward and then a little bit of Zach Collins on offense, and then you can balance it out with Clint Capella. But we'll have to see how having Clint and Nikola in the court at the same time, because it's kind of like having Cantor and Nurkic, except I'd have to say Nurkic I'd have to say comparing, the likes of Cantor and Nurkic, poor Nurkic, so breaking his leg like that, it's just fucking gross. Sucks. Hopefully he's feeling well by the time the next season pops up. It's weird to say that with that team in the playoffs, but I have to say Vucevic has more range than the likes of Cantor, and Capella's a better defender than Nurkic, even though Nurkic is stronger down low. But you see the points per game has definitely gone down by about 2 points, done well, and we've gone up on points per game as one of the better offensive teams. But you see this Rockets team. I mean, you got Kyle Lowry and Jimmy Butler. That's just some sick-ass defense on the perimeter. Lou Williams also to balance it out with a nice offensive approach. I mean, Kyle Lowry can score a little bit. Jimmy Butler as well, but not like what Lou Will can. Nikola Jokic can get it done. And honestly, too, I mean, having Bobby Portis helps, but balance it out with the Taurean Prince as well as Terrence Ross for offense. It's just a nice little balance because it's mainly going to be these 3 playing with him right there, and you get to choose between having Prince or Bobby Portis at the end of the game, or even on Terrence Ross, whoever's feeling hot between him and Prince and Portis, because Jokic can man down low pretty well. And then we got the East. Look at it right there. The Orlando Magic, just getting things done. The Nets are up there as well. The Jizzards up there as well. Paul Millsap on the decline, but you still got Robert Covington and Nurkic. And then also Al Horford, who, honestly, if you moved him to power forward, I think, like I said before, you could definitely have Paul Millsap playing 3 and 4. You can have Covington playing 3 and 4, and you can have Al Horford playing 4 and 5, but Nurkic should get his minutes right there. Thomas Bryant as well, so they got a lot of players to move around with Ben Simmons, but I just see a lack of shooting. But that's a good defensive team just right here. Ben Simmons got better at defense, and he's an athletic player, so it looks well for them. I mean, Cleveland looks decently well. And Mute to help down low because, I mean, Ricky Rubio got signed, but it appears like Jahlil Okafor got injured. And they got Isaiah Thomas, terrible defender. And I guess Julius Randle got injured as well. So we'll have to look at some injuries. But what was one of the other teams? I mean, I thought, I think it was the Knicks and the Magic. I said would be top 3 teams, maybe top 4. Right now, kind of getting close to that. I mean, Magic projection was one that I saw. Rockets was a pretty easy one to see. So, but we'll just have to see how the season pans out. Still Harden getting up to 30 points a game. Kuzma's making his way up as well, almost averaging a double-double now, getting a little bit less assists, but rebounds per game. Jokic a little bit down on his rebounds, but it's kind of hard to keep up with 15 rebounds a game. Embiid a little bit down on the points per game, but rebounds look good. Assists per game, John Wall still. It's hard to have 13 or 14, but man, the guy is going to still keep it up at around 22 and 12 probably at the end of the season. Steals per game still, you got Paul George and Chris Paul, the Pauls. And then Bomba's starting to make his way up for blocks per game. So I like to see that. Cat, I mean, athletic, big. He's going to get his blocks. He just needs to get better at fundamental defense. And Bede's already at that point. But yeah, Cat, offensive superstar. Guy you're going to like to have on your team to build around. And they look a little bit better than they were last year. But you got Jamal Murray and Drew Holiday, not the best defenders on the perimeter. Same thing with J.J. Redick. Kelly Oubre, not the best either, but you still got Cat to help you out offensively. And Lonnie Walker's there as well. Got to help you defensively down the road. But let's look at that GM. Gone down by about 3. New York Knicks has moved up. Orlando Magic is definitely trending up. He's done well with this team. Joseph Jackson's done well. Warriors gone down a little bit, but it's whatever. It is what it is. But let's see. All-star voting. Bradley Beal moved up a little bit. He's scoring a little bit less points per game, but it's all good. Kuzma's moving up a little bit. He's just behind these top 5, which is going to be hard to crack, even though he's kind of chasing Cat a little bit, but Cat's still averaging 25 and 15. It's going to be hard to try to keep up with that, and he's got 3 blocks. And you got here in the East, easily James Harden, Curry, Westbrook, Simmons, Wall, Paul. Excuse me. De'Aaron Fox is going to get back soon, and I think that's just going to allow them to kind of pretty much almost get the first seed. But I'm going to just, not add on to a prediction, just let it play out. Anthony Davis is always going to be an all-star, and Embiid as well. And you're seeing Kevin Love move up a little bit. Got an injured Julius Randle. Al Horford even finds himself in there. Must be playing good defense. Paul George, of course, and Kevin Durant. So that pretty much gets it set up. No award races so far for these teams. But business side, let's look at our team finances. We're going to have projected profit loss right now of -8. But it's all good. Going to have the Clippers next time out. But as always, y'all, appreciate the support a ton. Grateful for it. As always, be grateful for everything that comes to you. And y'all have a good one and see you next video.